Hi, today's lecture is a beginner's lecture on convolutional networks and image processing basics. Let us assume a PC with just 2 by 2, that's 4 pixels on its screen, and also assume that this has got a keyboard with just 2 keys, that is the forward slash and the backward slash. Now, how do you build an image recognition software to detect these 2 keys using a screen which is having a 4 pixels? Suppose the backslash is drawn like this as it is shown in the above, and a front slash is represented or drawn like below. You know that computer represents pixels as always numbers. So wherever the pixels are highlighted, we will give a weightage 1, and wherever it is not highlighted, it's given -1. So this can be represented by a single matrix which looks 1, -1, -1, 1, and below it is -1, 1, 1, -1. Now, what are the simple mathematical operations one can perform over these numbers that can separate the front slash and the backslash? Let us simply add them and see the results. That is not a good separation. You can see that when you add 1, -1, -1, 1, which you take from left to right like this, it becomes 0. Same is the case below too. That means you are not able to separate these 2 keys. So what is another simple mathematical operation one can do over these numbers that separates forward slash and the backward slash? Let's multiply them and add them. So you can see that you are basically doing a multiplication and then adding them. You are getting a number 1, and the below case also you are getting 1. So this is also not a good method to separate. Another simple mathematical operation one can do over these numbers is you put a weightage of plus, minus, minus, plus, and multiply these numbers by this weightage. Plus means +1, minus means -1. When you multiply 1 multiplied by +1 plus -1 multiplied by -1 plus -1 multiplied by -1 plus +1 multiplied by 1, it becomes 4. So for the forward slash, this becomes -4. So that means you are getting a sufficient distance between the forward slash and the backward slash, and this is a good trick to separate. And now the kind of filter which you put over this can be called as a 2 by 2 kernel. I can call it 2 by 2 kernel or a simple filter or a classifier. Now, it is not exactly a 2 by 2 kernel, but I am just giving the name 2 by 2 kernel just for your understanding. Let us see a spilled over image of the backslash and front slash whenever a student draws by mistake. In such case also, this theory should work. So now we try to calculate the weighted additions, and then you will see that you get +2 and -2. This is also good. That means even if there is a spillover here, if something spilled over, still it works. It is able to differentiate. So with these 4 different combinations of filter, plus minus, minus plus, or something else, 16 different combinations are possible. So what if computer has to find the best kernel in this AI? So start with a plus plus plus, and they go on trying like this, which is the best. So one can even try real numbers also in the kernel in the practically. So you are having plenty of options to create the 4 by 4 2 by 2 filters. Now in any deep neural network, you know that gradient descent is the algorithm which is used to find the minimum errors. So this is like a backward propagation from last to beginning. You try to change the values of the filter values and try to see the output is coming maximized, is it able to separate. If not, correct the value again. Like you can see here, the values are being incremented or decremented and seen, and you can optimize for the few errors. Now let us take a 3 by 3 pixel to represent a 4 character. This is a backslash and forward slash, and now we have a multiplication sign X and O. Suppose these are the 4 characters now. So instead of having 2 different keys, now we have 4 keys. Now the way you draw this, you need 3 by 3 pixels, that's 9 pixels. You are drawing like this. You can see that X is represented like that, forward slash like that, O like this. Now how to create a kernel or a classifier for this problem? So you cannot simply put plus minus like earlier we were doing to create a filter, because that might work for one combination but may not work for all the spilled over images. So you have to be very careful in creating a filter. So images may spill over while writing and may not work as robust otherwise. So let us make use of the previous knowledge of 2 by 2 kernels which we have got for backslash and front slash. We can make any character using bits and pieces of backward slash and forward slash and superpose them to get any one of the 4 type of characters, as you can see. Now the first process is called convolution. The convolution is the way of taking weighted average of neighborhood values of adjacent points. Now what is convolution in AI? Convolution breaks a big image into smaller pieces and analyze. That is the idea of doing a convolution. The convolution is the weighted average by sliding a mask or filter of a smaller size over it. So let us consider the case of a picture of a Taj Mahal where you are having an input array of 3 by 4, 3 rows and 4 columns, and in this you are trying to put a kernel which is of 2 by 2 size, which is having W, X, Y, Z, and put it over this first on the left hand side. After that slide it to the next, then again slide to next, then slide to here. Like this you can do 6 different slidings, and you can take a weighted average, like first case AW plus BX plus EY plus FZ, and replace that number here. Like what I am trying to say is, you are trying to now create a resultant 2 by 3 matrix out of this operation. Mathematically this can be represented as a 2-dimensional convolution which looks like that. And when we do a 2-dimensional convolution on a Taj Mahal picture, what happens? So now when we do a 3 kernel operation, instead of having a 2 by 2 kernel, what you do is you take a 3 by 3 kernel, and here the number which you are placing it over like this, and you are going to slide it over to the next, and whatever the middle number is there, middle number will be replaced by the weighted value, weighted addition value. And you see, if something is going outside, that can be filled with something called padding numbers, which we will discuss later. But assume that everything is fitting very well into a 3 by 3, so the middle thing gets changed. Now, effect on intensity by different filters can be explained by it, the intensity variation when you change different kernels, when you put different kernels, can be understood by you. Let's say you are doing a symbol operation in which each pixel, which is looking very bright, this picture, which are having value 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Now you are reducing the value by 1 by 9, and 1 multiplied by 1 by 9, again divided by 9. That means you are getting your intensity less and it looks a blurred image. Now take of a case, you are taking a complicated kernel, three-dimensional kernel, which looks like this: 1 1 1 1 minus 8 1 1 1 1. And if you apply this kind of a kernel to this kind of a picture, like earlier I explained, you are finally coming out with totally black picture with all the edges, sharp edges are detected by putting a kernel. So that means every kernel is intellectually can be selected to detect the qualitative behavior of an image. Now we have two kernels, this backward slash kernel and forward slash kernel, which we studied earlier, which looked like that. And now the first process which we do in convolutional neural network is convoluting. The convoluting is a process in which you are having a convolution layer. After that you are going through a pooling layer. What it is, you are going to explain. We are going to explain that. It's like a single process of a CNN. That is not single process. This is second process of the CNN is a fully connected layering. So there are two processes required. One is convolution, second is fully connected layering. That completes the convolution network. So what you do is you do something called max convolution. In max convolution, let us take the case 1. Apply a backward slash kernel that is looking like plus minus minus plus, and then put it over. You take this kernel, divided kernel, and put it over this and slide it over, and again bring it down and again slide it over. So what happens? First 4 operations you do with a kernel of backward slash. After that you do the same 4 operations with a kernel of a backward slash. So kernel of a backward slash is minus plus plus minus. So when you do that, you can see the first condition itself. When you multiply and add, you get a 4 there. Now next, second time when you slide it over, you are getting a minus 4 there. Then you again do the same operation, you will see that you are getting a minus 4 there. And finally you are getting 4 minus 4 minus 4 4 plus 4 means it is having an edge which is present there. Minus 4 means nothing is present. And always assume that if this number, any number is greater than 3, assume that the edge is present. So there is an edge present here, there is no edge present, there is no edge present, there is an edge present. And this is for a kernel of backward slash. Same thing you apply for a forward slash. You will get 2 forward slashes. Now you come into something called a pooling layer. What is pooling layer? Pooling layer checks whether this convoluted number contains any edge or not. So condition for presence of edge is equal to weighted addition. If it is greater than max value, that is 3, then you got a pooling edge. So here minus 4 and minus 4, nothing you got. That is what is called pooling. Now Suppose we superpose all the edges of all four additions operations and you get x after pulling case 1. Now take the second case of a diagonal image. You take the sliding over kernel, 2 by 2 kernel, slide it over 4 times and you do the pooling, you get all these edges and superpose all these edges and you get a diagonal like this. Now take the next case. In this particular case, this is a little more different. See that in the first operation when we did, you got 4 minus 2 minus 2, 4. So it's greater than 3, so you got edge here, you got edge here. And now in this particular case, you see that all 4 are blank, though you are getting a positive number here. This is because the condition is greater than 3. If it is greater than 3, only edge will be detected in the pooling. So now superpose, you are getting this. Now take the case for pulling a forward slash, which is also looking like that. In the top you get nothing because condition is not above, it is not above 3, this is not above 3, this is not above 3, so it's totally blank. Superpose them, so you get the right digit you are looking for. Now polling is over. Now the last layer is called fully connected layering. So what is fully connected layering? What you do, whatever you got right now, the 4 different characters, the pooled character, what you do is you create a matrix. What you do is the forward slash, you put it over this. You take 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and put it over this. And if they are matching, you make it 1. If they are not matching, you make it 0, minus 1. If they are not matching, make it minus 1. If they are again matching, make it 1. So that is the way you do it. So you can see that it looks like that. The same thing now you do for forward slash again, and you create these 4 elements. Is it matching? No. So is it matching? Yes. Is it matching? Yes. It is matching? No. So here it will be plus 1, 1. You can see that. So like that, you can create a matrix of 8 elements like this. 8 elements like this. And now you have created a filter for a particular combination of character. Now the next step is called, now you got 2 by 4 filters that can be created from a 2.4 matrix by creating a filter. So filter is like wherever 1 is there, you put minus, wherever minus 1 is there, you put minus. So this is the final filter. So now this is, you have created 4 different filters. Now you have to test the image whether it is coming correct or not. So what you do, you take the first character and take these numbers and multiply by this filter and you get a number 8. And you do the weighted addition, 1 multiplied by plus 1, minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, like that you do a weighted addition, you get 8. So when for a particular combination, when you do for all different, whichever is the highest, that is the character which you are looking for. That wins. The biggest one is the winner. Now repeat same thing for character O. In this particular case, for the character O now, you are getting the biggest number as 8. That means the filter works for O. The same thing, this filter works for forward slash. This filter works for backward slash. Now, the convolutional neural network is completed. In the convolutional neural network, you can see that there is a convolution layer, there is a pooling layer, and there is a fully connected layer. And in a convolution layer, there were 8 different operations which were looking like this. There was a pooling layer which was looking like that. Now all of them we bring together to create a filter, and the filter is 4 different filters are created, and this is how a convolution layer, pooling layer, and final they are all summed with the filter to read the right character. And you are looking for the highest score, that is the character which you have got. The highest score always wins. That is the fundamental of the convolutional neural network technique. Now, how computer does this? It is the gradient descent algorithm, and deep neural network only can do this. Exactly getting the right filter, right values of the kernel numbers, which you have to multiply to reach to the final results. So the kernel values can be tuned using deep neural network gradient descent technique. So it connects 4 singular values or output to deep neural networks, and try to match the output matrix. So you try different values of, start with random values of filters, convolution, etc., and then correct one by one the values. As I said, it may not be -1 and +1, it can be any real number also, and correct by gradient descent algorithm in deep neural network to achieve the final results. And this is the basic fundamental of advanced image processing in physics and other places. You have a picture and you are trying to disintegrate into a lot of pixels, and you analyze the pixels using the convolutional technique to get the results. You can see the picture, and a picture is having green, blue, red. There are 3 different layers. First go through a convolution layering, going through a pooling, and if you are not satisfied with the first one, again go through another convolution layering, another pooling layering, then connected through a fully connected network, and finally come into the predictions. So basically by doing all this, basically you are taking the image and bifurcating into small backslash and forward slash or some kind of tiny pieces of the picture, and then finally when you do again and again convoluting, and finally coming into the fully network, you bring back the original picture. Thank you for listening.